some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Everybody, good afternoon and welcome to Gisborne's Rugby Park, the home of this big game, Game 4 in the 2025 Bunnings Warehouse Heartland Championship. The home team has won 2 from 3 and today they face a Buller combination, Francis Mining Buller, which is capable of great things and has some legends of the Heartland game in its side. I tell you what, if you have a look at these results head to head, Some big scores, a lot of points, some free-flowing rugby. I can remember the last game played here at the Gisborne Oval on Oval number 1, 52-33. That was a try-fest. Last game, of course, going to Buller, an excellent 36-28 win there at Victoria Domain in Westport. Poverty Bay going down 20-48 a few years ago now in 2022-21. 76-14, big win to Poverty Bay that day. And Poverty Bay, of course, going down to Buller the year before. So you've really got to win these games at home. That's what these records are telling you. And, of course, there has been one change. The Buller side, reserve 17, that was to have been Stephen Crackett. He's unable to play today. Poverty Bay front row, Toma Lomalili, big guy, courtesy of Tyre General for East Coast Farm Vets, Ngahiwi Manual. Tight head prop George Ormond for Craig's Investments. Lock forward, Big Max Bryant for the Senator Motor Inn. For SE Systems, Leka Palusa. 2 towers there in the second row. The back row, YMP strongman, hardman for Gisborne Glass, Nico Loti. Open side flanker for Seven Rivers. Keanu Taumata, captain of the team, Captain Courageous. Number 8, Winnie Whetalainga for Te Pai Hakari. Halfback Silas Brown, another YMP lad. Rest Float Spa. First 5, Taylor Adams, the Wizard, for Ovation. He's been brilliant for the Bay so far this season. Second 5/8, Anthony Fatty Korodia, Curry Construction. And he's a magnificent player, line breaker. Braden Grant of OBM, leader brand in 21. And at 13, centre Cohen Loeffler. There is centre number 13. High School Old Boys Boy for Printing House. Go Bus, Boskatika Cedre on the right wing. Fullback number 15, Kaoni Tiamo. Run through those reserves. Ben Holden fencing, Kaoni Tiamo. The reserves, Sejon Carmichael. First light frozen, Sejon Carmichael. Yossi Brown, the prop, Tapawai lad for Bailey's. For Gisborne Motors, Ratu Nairoroi. He is a powerhouse. 19, Jokatama Siwa. Local OBM AC Electrical. 20, Antonio Drogde. He is a tremendous player for Tapawai. For Braden Grant, leader brand 21. 22, Quaden Chaffee Cora. Local player YMP, Lennox Shanks. Local Mahia. They've all got jobs to do today. They all have to step up today. The Buller line-up. Numbers 1 to 15 for a start. Anthony Ellis, the captain of the team. Zach Phillips, the hooker. Anthony Ellis, a legend. White Star player, Old Boys, Zach Phillips. Bob Letiu, tight head prop, lone player from Canterbury. Devlin Pratt, big number 4, lock forward of Westport. Westport teammate Caleb Havili. Blindside flanker Ben Pratt. Also Old Boys. Open side flanker Bodine Wallace. Open side flanker, a local player, Old Boys player Rowan Nielsen. He's a tough customer. He's going to take some handling. Number 8 forward, local for White Star. Viliami Akuola. He's the halfback, Old Boys player. Matt Soper, first 5, a lone player from Tasman. James Blair, left wing, Old Boys man. Alex Shapbach, second 5, lone Canterbury player. Elias Tora, Evergreen. White Star man, Bradley Ferguson on the right wing from Reefton. Fletcher Hewitt Smart, the fullback, lone player from Tasman. So Anthony Ellis, the big, forceful front row forward, number 1, loose head prop forward for Buller. Real powerhouse. Tremendous scrummager. Carries the ball strongly. Keanu Taumata leading the Poverty Bay team out. Poverty Bay, which has won 2 from 3. Got their youngsters with them. Nice gesture, very much a family game these days. And their family's very much a part of Poverty Bay's campaign. You've got to have that support from home. You've got to have it. Bullet. Big Anthony Ellis. Little guy's herring off. Our ball boys today, we'll get to see them in a moment. Tom Warren, JC Van Wyck, Monty Neckwater, and of course young Hunter, Jean-Louis. Guys out there at halfway, there will be a haka from the Wecker, I'm sure. Poverty Bay team, from left to right of your screen. Buller, from right to left. And here it comes. So Poverty Bay versus Bullet. About to start here. Match officials Stu Catley. Assistant referees Ben Holt, Keelan Smith. Keelan Smith, a young man in a hurry as far as becoming a prominent referee is concerned. He's a talent, keeps up with play well, and Ben Holt, a very solid, steady official. Done an excellent job. Since the first time I saw him, to be frank, and we saw him there at New Haka Domain. We were guests of the V8s there that day. He did a great job controlling Tudanga combined versus Wairau combined. Taylor Adams has been a revelation, an excellent player. Pedigree first five there with a kick-off for Poverty Bay on a chilly day here at Rugby Park in Gisborne. Only the Bay's second game back here since the renovation, since COVID, since Lord only knows what. And Buller with first use of the ball, chance to get their hands on it, consolidate possession. Big guys, Buller. Wait till you see Anthony Ellis run with the ball, the captain, the loose head prop. Their yeomanry, their hardness, their strength, Buller, they're good forwards, they're excellent forwards. Going to have to play well today. So they're the big guy. Against him from referee Catley. Now Stu Catley knows the law, knows how to referee a game of rugby though, which is more important. Here's TKC Drape. Poverty Bay willing to put boot to ball. It looks like a good kick. So Poverty Bay with good pressure here on Buller, down into that corner, into the pocket. And Buller just outside their goal line, look for touch. And they find it. It's lined out. They've been driven into touch. Second occasion, of course, they're bound touch with a line kick. Now Emmanuel, second throw of the game. Remember, first line out, free kick win against Poverty Bay. Stu Catley is a very even-tempered guy. He's not an excitable referee. line-out ball. From their point of view, a very good thing. Fitalaunga, that ball bumped off legs and went forward. Very good piece of refereeing there from Steve Catley. Didn't call that the ball had gone forward erroneously. Karodia from deep. Poverty Bay running hard. Poverty Bay with the chance to spread their legs and spread their wings. Poverty Bay with a little break there down the right-hand side. Rugby Park. And over there are faces that are as grim and steadfast as stone. They've been watching rugby for many a long year, and I can tell you they're delighted to be back here at the park. Everybody is. Something wrong with you if you're not. The ground looks great. Poverty Bay Rugby Union, great job of looking after this and getting it ready for play. Poverty Bay pressing here right near the goal line, around about 5 metres out. Fitalaunga up. Big guy thought he might have been dragged across. Okay, Silas Brown with a clearing pass. No call here from referee Catley. Buller have it, so Poverty Bay have turned it over. They attack down the right, but they're in their own half and wisely look for touch and better still, find it. This Buller team, what you can expect from them is what you always get. Heart. Big hearts, big engines. These guys play some wonderful rugby down south. And I remember travelling with them up the coast last season, I think it was. I loved it. It was a brilliant trip. The people were sensational. Craig Adams and company, neat guy, head coach of Buller, Poverty Bay. That one into Maxi, I think, on the Poverty Bay side. Buller have it. And they're prepared to work it out of their 22. So Buller, no shortage of industry. Their forwards with some good carries. That's Keanu Tomata there with a good tackle. Look at a traditional jersey like Buller. I love it. Okay, and kicked it out on the full from beyond the 22. Have to call that, I suppose, the first unforced error. Poverty Bay with the throw, Ngahi Emmanuel. These guys are still settling, remember. Both thrower and jumpers, and Ngahi motioning furiously. Forwards come here. The forwards amble into position. Ngahi Emmanuel to make the throw. Just inside the 22 left side line in front of the referees' rooms. Poverty Bay have line out ball for the first time. Poverty Bay running hard. Poverty Bay will run hard. They'll work hard. They've got reason to. They've got 2 from 3. Here in game 4 of this Bunnings Warehouse Heartland Championship. Poverty Bay with the ball in hand and making a good metre or two. Fitalaunga up. Okay, Taylor Adams there with a step. Nice step. And finds support. Got one to Ormond, I think. Poverty Bay looking out wide. The ball bounces out over the far sideline. Poverty Bay with the pass. And Taylor Adams showing you how dangerous he is, because what he does, he attracts defence, attracts tacklers, would-be tacklers. Then with a good pass. It's not the first time he's thrown a pass that good in this Heartland Championship. Over there, Matt Prophet. He and Cohen Loeffler. Poverty Bay fine touch. Poverty Bay dangerous, to be honest, in this situation. Ngahi Emmanuel there, hooker. Master of the pushover try, that line out drive. Okay, the big guy gets up for it. Was that Brian? Wow! See him get up there? So Brian there with a good win at the line out. And Poverty Bay, Karodia, I think. Karodia to ground. Never turn the ball over, Karodia. Too strong to do that. Fitalaunga. A body length again. Poverty Bay belting hard towards the line. George Ormond, the tight head prop. George Ormond. Poverty Bay with a tap pass, and Poverty Bay's Tikasidre. The ball went forward. And then other times. So Poverty Bay versus Buller. Pace so far, and Poverty Bay has had almost all the possession. It's the ground, no score. Chance to say hello to the legendary Barry Townrow and company, Westport. They've been very kind to me over the years, most generous. assistance and guidance. Great man, Mr. Townrow. Look at Stu Catley. He doesn't dominate the game, but he doesn't dominate the game. He allows the game to flow as much as it will. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's when the whistle is blown. So Buller showing a bit of determination here in defence, Anthony Ellis and company. Buller scrum ball. It's an excellent scrum from Buller. Good tackle there from Taumata. So Buller, a strong scrum platform from Buller. Always been good up front. Good solid rugby. There's not enough credit given to those guys and those teams that play good, solid rugby. Time to play the percentages. You're in your own half. Just got to find touch. Buller have made really. That was that kick out on the full. Okay. Up to get it there, Taumata. Nice win. Good play. Silas over to Karodia on an angle. Nice pass there. Karodia! Karodia there with a good pass by Karodia. Back on the angle. Fitalanga. He makes he's a hard-working player. There are no rest runs. Everyone's a big run. Looked like a Lekapalooza. Man mountain. Mountain of a man. Poverty Bay with numbers over there on the left. Good pass from Adams. And Poverty Bay getting to the goal line. Poverty Bay try. Catley has not awarded the try. He has not awarded the try. Okay, now Catley has awarded the try, but he got himself into a... Okay, well, what's he decided here? Buller restarted play as the kick from the goal line. He did the primary for Catley. I wonder whether or not he would award it. Got around that ruck. Here's Lekapalooza. Palooza has long legs. Speaking of long legs, Max Bryant got one away. Now Fatty Karodia. next minute, it's Hewitt Smart chasing a kickback over halfway. Now Taylor Adams. Taylor there with boot to ball. There have been some very good kicks, some chases here. Good chase there. Good chase through on Bradley Ferguson, but he's strong. Reefton boy's strong. He takes the hit. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Poverty Bay have looked dangerous, but the ball still with Buller and still no score. For the amount of rugby that's been played, remarkable to me that the defense is held. Buller held strong at the other end. Poverty Bay now once again in Buller's half. 10 metres into Buller's half. Big guys making their way over to this Nico Loti, the Titan of YMP. Line out, Poverty Bay. Throw, that's Keanu Taumata. He's good value at the line out too. He's an excellent option, wins a lot of ball. Poverty Bay have the ball. They're around about, be just about 30 metres out from the goal line. But this rolling maul is working well. Really is working well. Excellent rolling maul here. Poverty Bay, big rolling maul. Poverty Bay to the 22. Poverty Bay under advantage. Okay, Adams has it. Watch for some magic here. Ball knocked down. I wonder what the ruling will be against Ferguson. For a moment there, his heart may have been in his mouth. Oh no! Ferguson called forward. Has had a yellow card for an intentional knockdown. So it would seem to be, yes, unfortunately. Bradley Ferguson found guilty by referee Catley of that intentional knockdown. It's a cardinal sin. Well, I feel for Ferguson, but at the same time, he knew. He looked sheepishly at referee Catley, almost apologetically, but he knew and did not dispute the call. I love them over there in the referees' rooms. Look, wrapped up in blankets, everything. Thermos, hot water bottle. Well, they need it. It's a cold day. Poverty Bay throwing Ahim Emmanuel. Still no score. Can you believe it? Good win there, Taumata again. You want to watch out for Ngahi Emmanuel. It's almost always him. Will it be Emmanuel again with the line out driver? Buller, no. It's what Buller feared. Him close to the line. And Buller here with a counter surge. Wow. Managed to turn Poverty Bay back for a moment. Will Poverty Bay be denied? Will they be denied? Whistle from referee Catley. In the eye of the storm. Poverty Bay continue to have a real crack here at Buller. The calm before the storm. Still no score. Buller showing tremendous defensive ability there on their own goal line. Now, it's not exactly a done deal every time Poverty Bay win a line out close to the opposition's goal line, but it is a weapon, and it is one that's worked really well for them in the 3 games that they've played before this. Cohen Loeffler. Loeffler out there at centre. Sponsored by Printing House. We've got excellent local firms that get right in behind these players. Clearance to come. Akuola. Okay. Ball out. Of course, Poverty Bay to throw the ball in. We have Keelan Smith, AR on that side, and on this side, Ben Holt. No score. End to end. Chases on kicks. High kicks. Good line kicks. Strength at the line out and at the scrum. Taumata again. A safe source of ball. As safe as they used to say as a church. Poverty Bay with the ball in hand. It's lying up. Supported there by Manuel. Poverty Bay with the ball, pushing on the right. Poverty Bay made one big run through their forwards through Fetalainga over halfway. At the big guy Max over the 22, so made good ground and retained position. Adams there, bang! Hit very hard, they lost the ball in transit. Mass transit. That was meant to go the way of Laumalili. He never got the ball. Anthony Ellis! Hit me, you want to hit someone, hit me. Hard to miss. Strong guy, the Buller cat. Well, that, I wonder if that touched the hand of Ngahiwi, off Ngahiwi Manuel. Ball went forward off Poverty Bay. Now the home team won't be frustrated here, but they, you know, you would have liked to have thought with the amount of possession they've had that they might have been on the board, but sometimes you got to work hard. Nothing comes easy in this life. Buller, that front row, Ellis, Phillips, Letiu. An excellent front row, full of quality. Akawola, watched by Silas Brown, tall boy for a halfback. Akawola turns, makes the pass out, and out of the 22 come Buller. Good play. Poverty Bay trying to get over the ball, no chance. Buller still had possession. Akawola ready to get his people going again. Sometimes you've got to take the initiative. Was that Letiu hit and cut down? If so, by Lekapalooza. Excellent tackle, model tackle. It's open there with a stab. Ball takes an incredible bounce there. Nice gather by Hewitt Smart. He's shown some flair. Chase through on one kick. They go open side, Buller. Good stuff. Steady it up through Devlin Pratt. Under advantage, Buller. Buller, I love the way they're playing their rugby. That's Bob Letiu. Last one up to the big guy, Havili, I think. Right on the halfway line. Is that Ngahiwi Manuel? And he would seem to be offside. Or rather, the ball was on the floor and he was standing a metre on the Buller's side of it. Here looking to clear now, Matt Soper. Lone player from Tasman. Buller have withstood everything that Poverty Bay has thrown at them. And you know what? The longer that this goes on, the more important the team that scores first, the more important that will be. Could be a low-scoring game. Poverty Bay have, you know, shown that they've got flair and they can run around. But conditions today are undoubtedly the most trying of any conditions that they've played in so far during this Heartland season. Having said that, the ground's in excellent condition. Okay, nice clearer there from Soper a moment ago. They can run. Certainly made a change at centre. They'd given me Elias Tora. And just between you and I know Elias Tora. That doesn't look like him. So, Buller, that's Anthony Ellis, ready to shoulder the burden again. Put his shoulder to the wheel. Havili has it. Had to go down and pick the ball up. Did well there, actually. Now, penalty, Buller. And this, for the first time, is kickable. Remember, Buller at the moment of playing with 14 guys, lost that man, the yellow, Ferguson. They're going to take the shot here. Anthony Ellis, having a word to his fellow forwards. Caleb Avili has been very impressive with the ball in hand, and he's been strong. Equally so for Poverty Bay. Winnie Vitalaenga, he's been impressive again. The games he's played for Poverty Bay, he's carried the ball well. He's an 80-minute man, more so if needed. And one tough number to bring down. Taking the shot, Alex Shupback. Alex Shupback, lone player from Canterbury. Underneath that a little bit, but has it. So Buller strike first. Here at the half-hour mark, Buller lead 3-0. Shupback with the penalty goal. Okay, Guns N' Roses, welcome to the jungle. I thought Bill Haggard might have been more appropriate, but it's a lot of fun here 3-0 Buller on the board. Poverty Bay have put them under pressure. A lot of pressure right near their own goal line. Taylor Adams goes long with the restart. Having to reorganise themselves a little bit, Buller, obviously. Their fullback, Fletcher Hewitt-Smart. Over there on the right wing. Now Adams there with a long pass, good pass. Tika Cedre, he can run. He's well supported by Max Bryan. Excellent support play by Big Max. Blowing over, going over the top, good play. Better lying up. Adams, long pass, Cohen Loeffler. Tall youngster, stretches his legs and he is quick. And now with a beautifully timed pass as well. Poverty Bay with the first try. Wonderful try. Tried to get a look at that if that was Adams.
What a reply from the Bay. 5 points at number 10, Taylor Adams.
Absolutely, and you know what? A well-deserved try. Taylor Adams has played an important role exceptionally well for Poverty Bay so far this season. But you know the locals, they're not happy with it. They don't believe it unless it happens in front of them. You do whatever you want to do away, fine. But we want to see you play well here, and that is exactly what they've done. Poverty Bay winning their first home game of the season, the first game of the season actually, against Ngati Pro East Coast. Taylor Adams. Tremendous player, tremendous value. What do they say these days? He's added value. I think that's the saying. That's the buzzword. Taylor Adams, try. He has come here and made a difference. He has come here and brought something. He's come here and scored a try. You couldn't play any better, really. And there with a conversion attempt. Okay, turned away. Poverty Bay lead, 5-3. The try to Adams.
5-3 to Poverty Bay.
Is against the penalty goal from Schapbach. Some of these guys in the Buller team, Anthony Ellis, Rowan Nielsen. These are tremendous contributors to Heartland Rugby, not just for Buller, but they've provided a stern test of every opposition they've played against over many years of faithful service. We started play. Poverty Bay have it. Tika Cedre goes into Ellis. Ellis there. Good model tackle from the captain of Buller, Francis Mining Buller. Willing to run. Saw a nice pass from Jamor Poke. Now looming up there is Cohen Loeffler, gets it back inside. Cohen Loeffler, the bringer of rain, the saviour. Cohen Loeffler with a great pass back in field. Vitalainga, Poverty Bay with a couple of tries. You know what? For so long and so often, it's like you're banging your head against a brick wall. Then all of a sudden they come up with a couple of tries. Unselfish play by Loeffler. Tell you what, this Bay crowd, they're playing good rugby this year. It's always a little bit unconvincing, when you go away, play well, pick up a win, and then you come back with a loss. Just no good. You've got to win these games at home. Anything you can win on the road, I'm not going to say it's a bonus, but you've got to win your home games. Poverty Bay a heck of a long way from having this deal done. Adams, don't you think it's amazing the angle he takes the shot from? Wow. He's got it. Poverty Bay now up 12-3. 2 tries, 1 conversion, as against the penalty goal to Schapbach. Remember, Schapbach opened the scoring with the penalty goal initially. There is no need for Buller to panic, but they would certainly like to be the team that scores next. Poverty Bay have really bared their teeth here. A couple of great tries. The captain gets up. Well, did he get a bump from Lekapalooza? Was that meant to happen? Now Bosca Tika Cedre. Buller, front up tackles, but you don't want to turn the ball over. Have Buller turned the ball over? Poverty Bay turned the ball over. Well, Poverty Bay definitely turned the ball over. Buller have it now. It's a little bit messy. It's what we call scrappy. Buller have it. Big guy Havili. Wow. He's a big guy. Havili Ellis waited for the pass. The pass was not made. Running hard here. Buller, they're certainly willing. Have to check on their centre 3/4 for you at half time because that is not his Thora. Okay, it's a loose one from Zach Phillips. Buller still have the ball. Went loose, but it didn't go forward. Buller continuing to... Oh, Havili, what happened? Oh, what happened with Havili there? He had the ball. The ball looked like a pebble. In those enormous hands. I'm reminded of the rock biter. It's a never-ending story, you know, they look like big, strong hands. He had the ball there for a moment, Havili. And he's played extremely well, Havili. Mind you, the ball could also be wet, could be slippery. Buller have the line-out ball. And the win. Here comes Havili. Havili there. Big, strong shoulder. Buller work hard. It's a nice tackle. Strong tackle from Nico Loti. I'm very pleased to see him in the Poverty Bay team. I think he's a tremendous young player, and he is so big. Okay, Phillips, nice pass, Havili. Havili had to sort of, you see what he had to do there? He had to wait for the ball. Sort of stymied his momentum a little bit. Chip from Akuola. Wanted to keep that ball in hand, but they were playing, don't forget, under advantage. Poverty Bay, guilty there of not rolling away. I got to say too, I'm not biased in anyone's favour, but as soon as I saw that Catley was appointed to referee this game, I was pleased. Because both teams can be assured that he'll do a top job. Anthony Ellis, strong captain. Buller down at the moment, 12-3. But in the modern game, not a big score at all. That's Soper there with a brilliant line kick. That's a fantastic kick from Matt Soper. Finds great touch and really good for the forwards too to see themselves getting further down the ground. Zach Phillips enjoying a moment of levity with assistant referee Ben Holt. Ben Holt saying, no, you've got to move a little to the left. Not you. You stay there. Throw to come from Phillips. Will Phillips go deep with the throw? Okay, to the front. Okay, excellent line-out work from Buller. Good line-out work from Buller. There, 8-man Rowan Nielsen. Good win. Always been a good forward, all-round forward, Rowan Nielsen. Here comes Ellis! Ellis? Tell you what. Wouldn't want to be the meat in that sandwich. Akuola. They swing it. Once more, it's Buller able to change the angle. Nice pass, the last one from Shupbach. Kicker of a penalty. Lost the ball there. Lost the ball forward. Buller, sometimes you get into some sort of rhythm. Need to retain the ball, you know what I mean? You want to get a roll, keep it going. It's just little things like that, you know, pass slightly forward. Sometimes, if anything, you just can't help but notice that the odd pass is going behind the intended recipient. Both teams, Poverty Bay scrum. Poverty Bay scrum was very good last week. Okay, this is a Silas Brown. Buller with real test. That's an excellent scrum from Buller. Excellent scrum from the visitors. Pressure on Poverty Bay. Okay, Soper. A good long one. Finding his man, Hewitt Smart. That's a good pass. So Buller with ball in hand. Is that Ferguson? He's back on, is he? He's paid his dues. Off for 10 minutes. Good play here from Buller. Devlin Pratt is a hard-working player. He's impressed me. Makes a strong impression. Oh, Zach Phillips with momentum. Good play by Phillips. Motorboats his way upfield. Now Anthony Ellis here. Through the dummy. I don't think I've ever seen Ellis throw the dummy before. Ellis going hard to the right. Good play here by Buller. Playing well. Soper. Again, probably just a tiny bit, you know what I mean? That pass slightly behind the intended recipient. That's Pratt again, man, workhorse. That's the word that comes to mind, workhorse. Starting to throw their weight around the Buller forwards. Havili down low. Good effort there on the tackle by Karodia. Nice play here from Buller. Good retention of ball. Good rugby. And they lose it 4 there at the last. Poverty Bay, I'll be corrected if this is wrong, but my understanding at the moment, 12-3. 2 tries of conversion as against the penalty goal. Shapbach kicked the early penalty. Then there was a try to Adams, which wasn't converted. Then there was a try to, from memory, Vitalainga, which was converted. Hence, 12-3. To be back here at Rugby Park and to see people come into the place. It had been dormant, laying empty for a few years. But rugby is resident once more at Rugby Park. Look forward to a glorious opening of the John Hakel stand, or reopening, I would say, next year. Hope you're all here for it. Hope I'm here for it. Here comes Tika Citre. Poverty Bay trying to find a way through. Buller on the blind side, can't. Okay, nice pass. Okay, ball going forward there off Max Bryan, and now on the counter attack, Buller Shapbach with that last long pass away. And wanting to have a crack, Buller. Fletcher Hewitt smart again. Okay, with a willingness to run, Shapbach there, put down hard. Poverty Bay there with a dominant tackle, penalty Buller. Tackle is ruled to have been to have ridden up slightly. Again, he doesn't get carried away, referee Catley. Tackle rode up, warranted a penalty, but it didn't get one of those awful 10-minute explanations that dog modern rugby, frankly. It's fairly obvious what happened. Man makes a signal, that's it, end of story. I think that's a good way to referee, to be honest. Not trying to make friends out there, just a bit of respect would be nice. Okay, Buller to throw. Good work here at the line now by Buller. Now they have their drive on. Watch out for Phillips and likes of Ellis. Havili at the back. He wouldn't be a bad option either. Buller have the ball. Is that Phillips? Going hard, going low. He can do that. Little cannonball. Cannonball run by Phillips. Buller working away here. 9-point lead to Poverty Bay. Is that Havili? No, it's not Havili. Havili standing at the back now. Havili! Poverty Bay hold Havili around about 5 metres out. Okay. Buller down at the moment by 9 points. Yet to score a try. Scored the first points. That's going to be a penalty. Here from referee Catley. Soper. They're going to tap and run. Are they going to tap and run here? Well, they would. They might. But certainly lost the advantage of surprise at this point. After 10 seconds. Look at that, Ellis banging his hands together. Come on, pick yourselves up. Just be sharp, that's all I ask, you know what I mean? Poverty Bay with a player down. It might be George Ormond. Referee Catley over to their Poverty Bay huddle. Just to have a word. In their shell light. Petra Sparks out there, physio. Young physio does an excellent job. Also a fine sports person in her own right. Excellent basketball player. Is this Karodia coming to help his man out? Yes, that's George Ormond. And that's an unfortunate sight because, you know, he's been one of the best performed players for Poverty Bay. And their Karodia, I think, helping him from the field of play. George Ormond has been very, very good value. Yes. Reserve, I'll say Brown, top white player. Beaten grand finalists this year. YMP back to their winning ways. You'll get a chance to read all about YMP and their winning ways in this month's edition of the Rugby News. Certainly worthy of a story or two, YMP, with what they've achieved on the local club scene. But to this game today, game 34, Poverty Bay and Buller. Poverty Bay 19 wins, Buller 14. Its first game in 1967 was here. Poverty Bay won 20-10. Buller coming around to the left, and Buller have been penalised here at the scrum. So the Poverty Bay scrum, very strong there, and they're happy with that, the forwards. Able to turn Buller and win the scrum penalty. I think the mistake so many make is that they try to work out or tell you what happened at the scrum. I can't tell you what happened, and I can't tell you who caused it, but what I can tell you is that they certainly succeeded in turning Buller at the scrum. And now, as we prepare to take a break, at least I do, Poverty Bay go to the break with a 12-3 scoreline and a 9-point lead here in round 4 of the Bunnings Warehouse Heartland Championship.
On your marks. Get set, let's go.
The hard thing when you've got to hold on to your face.
There's 2. Come on, Willie.
Hey, don't give Willie a hard time, man. It's not an easy job.
Here we go. Let it go.
What can you tell me about that? How well did the boys play?
No, that's not the right one.
Pass it around. Sweet. So we had 4 winners. They've each won. Oh, we'll go all 5. Good job, team. If you come over to me, we got some prizes.
What can you tell me about that? How well did the boys play?
Anything you want to say to your dads for Father's Day?
Bukini.
Happy Father's Day!
Right, Bukini Nakandrove. I should have had an extremely good result. But what can you tell me about that? How well did the boys play?
As I said.
shaky when you turn it. But
It's Hi everybody, welcome back to Rugby Park here in Gisborne, side of this round 4 match in the Bunnings Warehouse Heartland Championship of 2025. The home team, Poverty Bay, which will play in red and white from right to left of your screen, lead 12-3 at the moment. Buller scored the first points. Francis Mining Buller scored the first points, and they restart the game through their second 5 shot bark, who scored the first points of the game, kicked the penalty goal. That's Boskatika Sidre with the ball. OBM Club, Poverty Bay colours. Poverty Bay run the risk of turning the ball over here, and they have. Ball's on the Buller side of the ruck. Ready to throw the pass there, Akarola. And through wandered Max Bryant. And here now is Anthony Ellis. Strong surge. Around about 28 metres out from the goal line. That's Pratt. Devlin Pratt with some good play. Good rugby. Now Soper switches. Finds Shapak. And Buller are not without some invention. You know, they can create, Buller. Just that this today is not an easy day on which to create. Hewitt Smart, the fullback for Buller, seems to have picked up some sort of niggle. He was limping back towards the halfway line. Buller around about a metre into the Poverty Bay half. Zach Phillips. Whoa! There's the monkey flip from Zach Phillips. You don't see that very often. The old, what do they call it? A high back body drop, if I'm not mistaken. Here now is Anthony Ellis. Comes straight there into the big guy. That was Loma Ely. Here's Fetalainga. Now Colin Loeffler. Poverty Bay's Karonia again stands in the tackle, waits for support. Nice pass from Silas. Getting a pass up there a moment ago to, I think it was Yossi Brown. And I'll tell you where that comes from. It just comes from wanting to make a big bust. It comes from getting your hands on the ball and wanting to make an impression. Sometimes what happens, you know, is that you take your eye off the ball. Anthony Ellis has done a good job with his people. They've come here and they've been more than competitive. Poverty Bay lead by 9 points in the game, but Buller are definitely in this game. Craig Adams' coach team won't panic. They'll tighten up. Play to their strengths. Brown was about to duck heads. He's going up against Ellis on that far side. Hooker booker time over on that far side. On this side, of course, Lamoili. And he against Letiu. Letiu has been strong at the scrum. Poverty Bay, though, did, if I'm remembered of it correctly, get a scrum penalty just before half time. It was a big moment for Poverty Bay when a scrum penalty so close to half time. Poverty Bay here with a big scrum here, monster munch. Well, Poverty Bay, big scrum, pressure on Buller. Okay. So Poverty Bay's backs are swinging up too, close to halfway. Over halfway. Okay, Ngahiwi Manuel is about to throw the ball into play. Poverty Bay with 2 tries, of course. Taylor Adams and Fetalainga, number 8, who has been a strength of the side so far this year. Poverty Bay with 2 from 3. And Max Bryant gets up, gets a hand to it. Poverty Bay, that must have gone forward. Throw seemed a little inclined towards Buller that time. Conditions are not easy today. It's not a terribly windy day as such, but it's wet, it's cold. Ball is slippery. Taylor Adams dropping back to field a kick for Buller. Can't see him out of shot, but Lomaeli. Second game for Poverty Bay, I think. Buller now their scrum feed, and Poverty Bay have a strong scrum going at the moment against Buller. See if they can now put pressure on Buller, their feed. So the visitors feed the scrum. And Poverty Bay again with that is a big scrum. Big red scrum. Big red push. Will they have the ball or do they? Do they or do they not? No, they've turned it over. There's Lekapalooza. He's a monster. Poverty Bay. Numbers here on the right. That's Fatty Karolia. Anthony Karolia. Poverty Bay looking for their third try here. Big guy Lamoili. Is that Max Bryant? Poverty Bay over the game line. Poverty Bay, Tika Cedre confronted by defenders. Able to get through the first tackle. Bodies fly, fur flies. Taumata had it and was enveloped by Buller's defence. Poverty Bay willing to work here. You want it? You got to go get it. You got to earn it. Nico Lochi, I think that was. Poverty Bay continue to work here. They're short. There's no doubt they're short. Bryant's the next runner. Penalty Poverty Bay. Thought they might head out to the left again. Back to the point of the penalty. That's Stu Catley. Poverty Bay awarded a penalty. 3 or 4 guys tucked the ball under their wing and went. They're going to tap and run. Poverty Bay tap and run. And Poverty Bay across, yes. Poverty Bay, a try. The third try. First try of this. The second half of play. I think that was Fetalaia. If so, that's a double. And he is hard to stop. Score now 17 points to 3. Poverty Bay needed to play well at home. Stay middle of the pack. I think they placed 5th on the table. You can't take these home games for granted. Certainly Buller don't when they play at home. So Poverty Bay up 17 to 3. 14-point lead. This would give them a 16-point lead. (17 to 3 at the moment. That 19 to 3, is it? Yes. Okay, so assistant referees Holt and Smith are in accord. 19 to 3. Yes, no, I thought so. Wendy Fatalanga. Stopping him on the goal line, that's a big ask, frankly. It's a big ask. Poverty Bay, that's Keanu Taumata, the captain. Captain is a good young player. He's still a young player. He's still a young man, but he's a strong player. And he really seems, his heart's in the trim. Representing Poverty Bay means something to him. Bosca Tikasidre comes through on, came through at Hewitt Smart, but Hewitt Smart just a little too clever. Had that shake and bake over halfway. At the moment, 19 points to 3. Anthony Ellis wants it. Had to wait for the ball. You know what? He is a tremendous runner with the ball in hand, Anthony Ellis, but if he has to wait for it. Lot tougher, Havili. 10 metres over halfway. Penalty Buller. That should be well, it doesn't blow the whistle there, referee Hackney. Lets them play on. They'll come back for the penalty. I think, with respect, that referee Catley's performance would measure very, very favourably against that of anybody this weekend or any other weekend in the Heartland Championships. I think the state of refereeing I've seen in the Heartland Championship has been very good this year. I think it's very good every year, but this year, I could say, but the best I've seen, I can't prove that, I can't really quantify that, but they certainly give you great service, all of them. Legends over the years, Ben Skee, the tall lad from Auckland, he was good fun. Vincent Ringrose from Wellington. Had referees just as good as the players. Worry about that. Lekapalooza back for Poverty Bay. Joined the line out there. Okay, here's Caleb Avili, their secret. Well, he's not a secret weapon, but he's certainly a weapon that Buller go to. Nice play there from Nielsen, the number 8. He was a little high. He's a tall guy, so you got to make a real effort to get low. Buller there lost the ball forward. Anthony Ellis pops up for a word. Caleb Havili makes a lot of ground for Buller. He makes good meters. And he honestly, you know what, I'll say this from a distance, he is one of the guys that complains the least in the Heartland Championship. He's a beauty. He carries the ball strongly, gets hammered, gets hit as hard as you can imagine, and just gets up and carries on and plays rugby. Brilliant. Some that grizzle if you look at them hard. Silas Brown, unobtrusive halfback, has played solidly. Nice pass, that one to Taylor Adams. Adams there with a great kick. That's a great kick. Great kick by Taylor Adams. Poverty Bay able to chase on this. Poverty Bay's Prophet got boot to ball. And Poverty Bay's Coronia. He gets there to what's happening here. The players, maybe they're expecting the whistle. Didn't come. And Buller recover, but they've not found touch, I don't think. Ball's taken a high bounce. Picked up there, Cleone Tiamo Pocket losing the ball forward. That was an exciting passage. What a brilliant kick by Taylor Adams. See that hook round here off the boot? Sort of hooked it towards touch. But it wasn't meant to find touch. Chased by Prophet. He was licking his lips. He can go, Prophet, Matt Prophet. Stu Catley. Hands on hips. Like a little teapot. And at the moment, Poverty Bay lead 19-3. Akawola, scrum, the question's been asked. Buller's hard-working front row, needing to scrummage solidly here now. Hey, Vitalainga pulling his mob back. Grabbed a couple of shirts and hauled back. Good scrum, better scrum even Buller, although they still have one or two issues at the scrum. And it was Zach Phillips was the last guy up. This is a tough situation. Now, referee Catley is, as I said, very even-handed referee, but there is significant pressure in those scrums. Obviously, it's not Poverty Bay going backwards, and so he's also got to have a look at those front rows. Who's doing what? Hey, what are you doing? This is where, if you, as a referee, you have to try and understand and learn what the players are doing. Talk to players, go through tape, whatever it is. Okay, better scrum there from Buller, and that's Silas getting through on Akarola. And this is a scrappy ball here for Buller, but I would make the point they still have the ball. No, they don't. No, they don't. They've turned it over. Poverty Bay have the ball. Silas there with a kick. That might be an inspired kick. Poverty Bay chase. They could have kept the ball in hand, it's true. That little kick from Silas again, turning Buller around. So I'd imagine tactically, I would think that what Buller has to do at scrum time is get the ball back as quickly as they can. Certainly you don't want to hold it in there. As soon as you can get it back, you do. Poverty Bay with a boot to ball. Zach Phillips takes instruction from his captain. The mighty figure of Anthony Ellis strides back to the line out. He's at number 1 as a lifter. Poverty Bay eyeing Buller's line out ball hungrily. They lead at the moment by 19 points to 3. They lead by 16 points. Is that the DJ's tent I see over there? See the old round table. Ball up. Don't find touch. Gathered by Poverty Bay, who now start to counter-attack. Cleone Tiamo Poki with a good run. He is a willing runner. He's a brave player. Vitalainga, he stopped and started. Stop-start. Got over the game line still. Silas Brown away to the right. Some of these passes, they're a little rough. Lomalili rather. Anybody's ball. Poverty Bay have it. That's a Kororia. Might need to settle their play a little. Poverty Bay have the ball. 16-point advantage now. Taylor Adams there with a grubber. Clever grubber. Good kick. Poverty Bay being kept on the front foot by the master first 5. Good play. Not taking the foot off the throat of Buller, who are still working very hard here. They're down by 16 points. But this is honestly where you see I've seen it many times over the years from Buller, their character come through in spades. Got to dig deep, just got to do it. Throw to come from Phillips. Nielsen's a good line out forward, but Poverty Bay have the ball. Keanu Taumata, Poverty Bay got it against the throw. Now Buller have it back. Good job on the whistle by referee Catley, not blowing the whistle too quickly. Profits there, waiting for the next runner from Buller. Okay, the boot's going to... Okay, that's... is that Victor Lyon? Oh, no, Lekapalooza getting around there. Well, Buller put under pressure, putting the squeeze on them Poverty Bay. Te Amo Poki now the fullback with a chance to open the game up a little. And cuts back. Great pass, great pass. Poverty Bay on the run here now. Poverty Bay going to score. Poverty Bay, and they score. Poverty Bay with a magnificent try. Halfback Silas Brown. Kaione Te Amo Poki, the Tapuai lad with a tremendous break. What he did there with the flick pass. See what he did with the pass, and Poverty Bay's halfback. Tremendous play by Silas. Great support play. Halfback with a nose for a try. Henry Saker in the last few weeks has been excellent for Poverty Bay. He is an excellent halfback. But this youngster, Silas, I think he's played a good solid all-round game. He's passed well enough. He's made his tackles. He's a big boy for a halfback. The days of the pipsqueak who chirps may be over. He's done really well here today, Silas Brown. Now, unfortunately, this does get a bit tougher for Buller. Now it's 24 points to 3. Taylor Adams. Go to get the tee. Those are the little things that speak to a player and a person's character. Adams, 26 points to 3, the Bay lead. He converts the try. But rather than just convert the try and run away, he picks up the tee and passes it there to trainer Adam Cranston. Such moments are not lost on the educated. Respect for the Poverty Bay management, respect for what they're trying to achieve, respect for people. Poverty Bay showing that in the person of Taylor Adams. Wow, that's a good strong chase there by Havili. You'll know you got. Really big effort from the big man Havili there, Karodi. All he wanted for was support. He wanted support. Poverty Bay now have it. Remember, they're outside their 22. Adams with boot to ball. They have been good. Here's Hewitt Smart. Hewitt Smart trying to get away from Bosca. But Bosca's very persistent. And Bosca chases him down. Penalty now, Buller. This performance today has been a pretty good one by the home team. The visitors have a capable outside back division, but they haven't received enough ball. And without that ball, you can't do much. At the line-out, they've been pretty good. Nelson's a good line-out forward. Probably this has been it's been a challenging day for Buller at the scrum. Poverty Bay have scrummaged very well. A lot of those guys in the Buller lineup are excellent forwards, have been for years, but today it's been a test. Okay, throw to come Phillips, goes to Nelson. I think that's a good idea. Nelson doesn't lose much of his own ball. Okay, to ground there, Soper. He seemed to slip, tried to pivot, instead slipped. Ball on the ground here. Phillips again, he's fearless. He'll have a crack. Oh, Phillips goes hard there. Colonia. Phillips into Colonia. Colonia into Phillips. And now Naomi Manuel looks both ways. And Max Bryant driving through. Penalty now, but playing advantage. Was already playing advantage. Game Emmanuel did look both ways. Anthony Ellis's team. Just want to have a chance to say it. I'm obviously the next Buller team I see maybe in a year or two, maybe even 2 years. Guys are showing heart here. The fans should know it. They're showing heart. Only one penalty goal to show for it, but they have come close on a couple of occasions. Probably in about the last 20 minutes, it really has been all Poverty Bay. But this game is nowhere near over. They're down at the moment, though, by 20. What is that? 26 points to 3, I think. That's a handsome score. Ball is thrown into play, and Buller have it. So they have good line-out ball and a good drive. The captain has the ball. Now Phillips has it. So Buller with a chance to build something up. Akuola telling his people to work a bit harder. Good play there. That was Phillips. The hooker. Strong play, and Buller are about to be awarded a penalty. In truth, multiples of 3 are probably not so helpful to Buller now, being as they are, I think, 26 points to 3 down. They tap, though, and they run. That was Soper. Soper carrying the ball. Man, he's gutsy. Now Poverty Bay are awarded the penalty. That did seem to me to be a little bit unusual. If what just happened is what I saw, which is the first 5... Soper on the ball. No, I've got Ferguson here at 14. I must be seeing things. It's Ferguson. Okay. Let me tell you, you're never safe. I've covered games at the Rectory Gisborne Boys High School. Ball came up, smashed the laptop, papers went over, chair went flying. Tons of fun. 26 points to 3. Braden Grant has come on for a Silas. Silas starting halfback, of course. Scored a try. Taylor Adams giving his people some skin. They're on the field now, about to get a taste. Okay, Max Bry there. See the guns? Wow. Getting up, winning the ball for Poverty Bay. Poverty Bay have the ball. Braden Grant, he'll get the ball back. Don't worry about that. So Buller try and build something up here. That's Soper. Soper to ground. Phillips gets over him. Good play. Akuola. Strong carry a moment ago. That was Zach Walsh, Westport man. And he's fired up, Walsh. I like what he's trying to do here for Buller. He's trying to fire them up. He's carrying the ball hard. He's having a grin at Poverty Bay. Not about to bow down to anybody, and I think that's great. Fiery redhead. He's out there giving it death against Poverty Bay. Nico Loti surges from the field. So also Ngahi Emmanuel. On the field of play now, Sir John Carmichael, whose father was a magnificent scrummager, Quentin Carmichael. One of the most softly spoken, gentle giants off the field I ever met. Sir John. Rugby pedigree. Vitalonga, that fascinates me, the way he pulls back on his locks. So Poverty Bay have made some changes. Braden Grant, as I said out there, as reserve halfback, replacement halfback, Tika Sidre. Tika Sidre brought down, and Poverty Bay Loeffler. He looked very lanky there for a moment, Cohen. Tall youngster. Poverty Bay on the rampage here, man. 26 points to 3 from memory. And if you're Buller again at the other end of the ground a little while ago, of course they awarded the penalty, but when you're down by, 23 points, a penalty goal is not much use to you. Got to get a try or a few. Reserves, Anthony Korodia leaves the field of play now. Lennox Shanks, he's a tall guy to have in the centre. He come into second 5 or centre. He's a towering second 5, Lennox Shanks. He's played well too. And I think it's fantastic that Paula Ian Manuel Harmon is willing to cast the net wide. He is a head coach of vision for such a young man. Fine coach.
Come Reed, come on.
Tim Lisley, he's a rabble-rouser over there. I love him. No baller. Akawala. This great-hearted, lion-hearted Buller crowd. Not much has gone their way in the last little while. Poverty Bay have the ball here. And Poverty Bay's Boskatika Cedra. He could do anything. He could go anywhere. He could do anything. Okay, now Buller about to be penalised here. I think that was... No, I thought it was Walsh, who's tried hell of a hard. Brad Ferguson wears the 14. You cannot fault the effort from Buller. At the moment it's 26-3. Poverty Bay deserve that lead. They've played extremely well. But their opponents from Westport have not given up. And I'll tell you what, man, they've certainly been put under pressure. Keelan Smith, the young AR on this side. Poverty Bay, of course, retain the throw. Sage on. I think from memory can play just about anywhere in the front row. Got to be versatile. You're more valuable if you're versatile. Okay, Sage on. Great throw and good win by Mighty Max. Getting up there with two hands. Here's Fitalainga, who I think has 2 tries. Fitalainga, Poverty Bay. They've got some real big guys over here on the right. That's Lekapalooza. They don't come any bigger or any better. Lekapalooza, Poverty Bay up 26-3, up by 23 points. They've been awarded another try. Well, I can't tell who got it. Was it the captain, Keanu Tamata?
Poverty Bay captain, Keanu Tamata.
It was indeed. Great minds think alike. Keanu Tamata with a try there.
31-3.
Yes, 31 points to 3 at the moment. It is now an imposing scoreline. I seem to remember that 31-3 was the score of a grand final, OBM over Ngatapa. Many years ago now, it was 31-3 from memory. It's amazing the things that come into your head. The moment 31 points to 3. If you're a Buller, you've just got to grit your teeth and get back into the game. Halfway, you've just got to have that attitude. Where you need that resolve, and Anthony Ellis has got that resolve in bucket loads, man. Don't worry about that. They will be smarting after this Buller because they know what they can do. Okay, conversion there from Taylor, been very good. 33 points now to 3. 33 points to 3. Now I'd imagine from the home team's point of view what they'll want to do here, and I don't like a lot of modern technical talk, but they'll try to stay within their structure. They have a game plan that's worked. Don't want people to try and throw $1 million passes and depart from what they've done well. Hey, remember, it's the structure that you've played to that's got you to 33 points to 3. Max Bryant goes up. He was knocked by somebody. Was that Taylor knocked back? Can't it be? Poverty Bay, the restart. Good news for Buller. Good strong carries by the Poverty Bay forwards. Up at the moment by 30 points. Got the 30-point advantage. That's Sage on. Hulking out of the 22. Poverty Bay have the ball. They give boot to ball and they're willing to try things, even with the lead. Now Hewitt Smart. He puts boot to ball. Okay. Poverty Bay for a moment were thinking about a quick throw. I think those forwards might have had something to say about that. Anthony Ellis, you hear that? Positive from the captain, pressure on. I like that attitude. He keeps his chin up, the rest do as well. Moment 33 points to 3. Poverty Bay are obviously in a strong position in this week 4 game. Keanu Taumata, who's had a magnificent game at the line out, had a good game everywhere, balling through the hands of Adams. He shouldn't be too hard on himself there. It was a pretty rough ball. Okay, now Havili! Tireless! Monstrous! Poverty Bay up by 30 points. Here now is Anthony Ellis with the shot park there with a kick pass. Ball goes loose. Poverty Bay in pursuit. You can pursue something going backwards. You got to get back. Shot Park there, I thought that was pretty good play, although had they gone through the hands, might have been able to draw and pass. Zach Phillips, good gutsy tackle. Good tackle by Phillips. 30-point game. Still tackling. Still trying. Okay, ball takes a bounce into touch. You like to see that from players. He'd talk about, well, he's pretty handy. You want to know what they've got in their heads and what they've got in their hearts. These guys, both teams, there are players who, any given day, come up with something special. And Ferguson, I feel for, picking up that yellow card early in the game. He really didn't have much choice. Okay, ball went loose. Poverty Bay have it. I think that was Brown, Yossi Brown. Poverty Bay, guys were up pretty flat. Is that diplomatic enough? Poverty Bay there, ball bounces into the hands of Prophet. Prophet grits his teeth and just goes, Prophet. Poverty Bay, Prophet, nice pass inside. Cohen Loeffler looking to get a pass up. Poverty Bay have it back. Quaden Chafikora on the field in 22. So Poverty Bay have the ball. They lead by 33 points to 3. Adams there to Keanu Taumata. He shuffles. He turned. Nice pass. That was Adams back on the inside. Got to be wide awake when you're playing with Adams. If you're out there, you're a resource. Tikasidre over to the right side, coming off the sideline. Tikasidre. He's a strong little fella. He's pretty tough. Poverty Bay with a pass up here. And it might be the captain again, if so, a double. Okay, Keanu Taumata. And here at the stage, to be honest, at the moment it's not a competition, it's a coronation. So the captain with 2 tries. Remember, these are early days. This is only week 4, round 4. But they have been training well. And as we've written, they deserve their success. They at the time, now it's 38 points to 3. What you don't want now, if your buller is silly talk, and I'm sure that won't be happening, you want guys to remain focused and senior players to say, hey, this is, we attack here, we do this, let's get the ball. Remember, it was at the last restart, the Poverty Bay was a little jumbled at that restart, and Buller ended up being able to attack that left sideline. It's just that they've had so few. I would go so far as to say that they've had no scoring opportunities in the last 20 minutes at least. Okay, the conversion attempt is away. It's 38 points to 3. It's a 35-point game. Yeah, 38 points to 3. And it can't, frankly, from a Poverty Bay point of view, 38 points to 3, you don't want it to become messy. The last 10 minutes to be full of about 20 different scrums and 8 knock-ons. That's not what you want. Not when you've played so well. And they have scored tries today. Keanu Taumata a double. Vitalaina double. Adams try. They've been good value. And both those guys, Vitalaina and Taumata, the guys that have scored doubles, they work very, very hard off the ball. They work very hard, no doubt, in training. And this Poverty Bay team, though its captain is a young man, leadership has been shown by all players, as indeed the magnificent Anthony Ellis has done for Buller for many years. Penalty now. I suppose the only question from the Bay might be whether or not they quite needed that penalty there. The ball had come out, but it is what it is. Referee Catley has had a very good game. Buller having words and some members of the crowd being a bit tough on the visitors. I wondered if Bosco was onside there on that chase. Poverty Bay with a throw, around about a metre into Buller's territory. They have the throw, St. John Carmichael. And Buller have won the line out against the throw. They have done well. They have been very, very good challenging Poverty Bay on their line out ball. The home team has not had an armchair ride at the line out. And I like what I've seen from Zach Walsh. He's a gutsy player. I've got time for him. Buller within around about 10 metres of halfway. Look at them fighting and scratching for everything they can get. Hewitt Smart, boot to ball. Excellent hands from Prophet. Prophet's had a good day today. Now Taylor, he there with a long kick. Beautifully judged there. Look at that kick. What a kick there. Down into the 22 and Poverty Bay able to chase. Buller now gunning for touch. They find a pretty respectable touch. That's good touch up towards halfway. Saw some good rugby there. You haven't seen a lot of aimless kicking today. Adams is a thoughtful player. He kicks for space. I think I've seen players over the years that have just kicked for the sake of kicking the ball, but not Adams. Adams kicks for space and finds it more often than not. Okay. Poverty Bay loose ball. It was Keanu Tomatas finally. Poverty Bay with good balls. That Yossi Brown. Good hard tackling from Buller. More strong stuff here from Buller. Excellent. Brown there with the last carry. Poverty Bay's tied forwards. Max Bryant trying to push him off. They've got it though, Buller. That a moment ago was Hewitt Smart. Poverty Bay having a scramble. Remember at the moment the score 38 points to 3, 35 points in it. That's a big scoreline. Poverty Bay have played well today. I do not think that Buller have played badly. Poverty Bay have just simply played very well and they've scored excellent tries, simple as that. Doesn't always follow that a team has to play badly when they're badly beaten. This at the moment is a 35-point game. Poverty Bay, the ball is stuck to hands. Their support play has been excellent. Cohen Loeffler timed a couple of passes beautifully in the lead up to, I think, the first 2 tries of the match. Stu Catley's had a good game in the middle. The officials have. And Poverty Bay. Okay, Braden Grant. Scrum penalty. And Poverty Bay are in the ascendancy at scrum time. Bob Latiu having a word to Poverty Bay. Anthony Ellis having a word in the shell-like of Stu Catley. He may have a legitimate point, but it's hard when the gap between the teams is 35 points. Okay, Max Bryant, wow, got up there. Holy, Poverty Bay. Away to the right now, Lennox Shanks, this monstrous centre. This towering centre. Poverty Bay away on the right now. Cohen Loeffler can break a tackle, get a good pass up. Cohen holding on to the ball there. Poverty Bay have the ball. They retain the ball. They are still going. They're still full of running. Fetalainga looking for Shanks. Poverty Bay losing the ball forward. Or did they? Did they or didn't they? Poverty Bay still have the ball. Poverty Bay have the ball. That might have been, was that Cohen Loeffler trying to lower the shoulder? Bring the ball back in field. The things you see. Things you don't see every day. Poverty Bay, ball over here on the left. Poverty Bay's front row forwards now. They can sniff a try too. They lose the ball. Is that Zach Walsh? Has he got it? They scragged him. So Buller, they're going to try and stage a breakout. Why not from their own 22? They're down at the moment by 35 points. The ball goes down. It's picked up here. So Buller, that we haven't seen attack in a long time. Matt Prophet has it. Will he beat his man? No, he does not. So Buller here with a couple of guys to Prophet. Prophet tackled into touch. I'm not sure whether I did actually see Cohen Loeffler get the ball on the outside and try and run the ball back at the opposition.
Bomb squad for Bullers coming on now.
That did happen? Okay. Well, I mean, you got to back your 80 kgs against the 110, don't you? So Buller. Caleb Havili, he deserves a... Well, what's he doing? He's coming over the line out. I thought he might have been going to take a break, but he won't. He could, but he won't. Wants to be out there. I've seen tremendous attitude from some of the leaders in this Buller pack, man. Their line-out's been, it's been pretty good, their line-out. They need it to be. Poverty Bay have scrummaged very well today. Okay. Schopbach, kicker of their penalty. Referee Catley almost found himself in the crosshairs there a moment ago. Havili for the umpteenth time. Havili, good ground. Into the 22. Poverty Bay, is that Walsh? Couldn't see really. Poverty Bay having a hole, Buller. And Buller, just, the book of things that you don't need. Nathan Palmer gets a chance. Westport lad goes through his hands. Would make the point that a number of players from both teams have put down the ball today. Hasn't rained since I think the first half, but those sprinkles, ball's greasy. Do find it fascinating these days the way you have people with a towel that run around drying the ball. I don't know if they had that in years past. Hot Milo next. So at the moment, Poverty Bay up 38 points to 3 Keanu Taumata. Paula Ian Manuel Harmon, in his first year as head coach of Poverty Bay, has a team that is working well. And I know exactly what he's going to do when this game is over, is tell everybody to stay calm, stay grounded, don't get carried away. This is week 4. You played pretty well. This is what we need to do to improve. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good way to do it. Okay, well, the front rows have gone down again. It's a little bit of a jumbled mess, but Poverty Bay carry on. And what a chip! What a chip there by Taylor! And Cohen had the ball! The hard part was placing the kick accurately. And the kick had been accurately placed. But Poverty Bay, at the end of the day, have won here. 38 points to 3. They've won by 35 points. They played at times Champagne Rugby. Doubles to the captain into number 8. Your tongue up, or fit your tongue up. It's been just wonderful rugby from Poverty Bay here at home. Anthony Ellis's Buller team came here. I think from memory the score, I'd stand to be corrected, I think was 12-3 at half time. I think it was a 9-point game. Poverty Bay just racing away in the second half. Buller with very few opportunities to score in the second half of play.